Liz? Yes, in fact, he's been subpoenaed to be here today at the New School in downtown Manhattan, and he is here to discuss his ownership of about a 13% stake in Moody's, the ratings agency, which is very much at the center of course, the financial crisis. And he is testifying before the Financial Crisis Commission today. Before that, he speaks with us here on Fox Business. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Well, they had to subpoena you. Why didn't you just agree to speak with them?
Well, I've had requests from 8 congressional panels or panels that they authorized in the last 12 or 15 months. And if I went to one without a subpoena, I'd have a hard time explaining to the other 8 why I don't show up in Washington. And I've got a job at Berkshire in Omaha. So I've always offered with any of these panels to tell them anything I know by phone, be interviewed as long as they want. They can call me back. I just did it for Elizabeth Warren's commission last week, and they asked a bunch of questions about AIG. And I told them everything I knew, and I said, if you'd like more information, call me back. So
you're cooperating.
Well, I didn't cooperate willingly because, like I say, if I cooperate with one, I've got to cooperate with 8 that want me to show up for television.
They're going to ask you here, why do you own the largest stake of any shareholder in Moody's, which is the ratings agency that Warren so badly got these credit ratings wrong on so many levels that eventually blew up in the faces of investors? You being the largest shareholder, what was so attractive to you about Moody's when you don't even use their product?
Well, we are forced to use it in terms of our own ratings. I don't use it in terms of making my own credit judgments about other credits.
That's what I'm talking about.
And 10 or 12 years ago, we bought Dun & Bradstreet, which consists of 2 really good businesses, Dun & Bradstreet and Moody's. Moody's being the better business because Moody's basically earns extraordinary returns on invested capital. It has a freedom to price, and it's got a wonderful business, and that's why and Dun & Bradstreet has a good business too. So we bought it 10 or 12 years ago.
So it's just purely, look, I don't smoke, but I own Philip Morris kind of decision. Okay,
right.
That much I get. A lot of people here today are saying that the business model is so conflicted at these ratings agencies, specifically Moody's, where it's issuer pays, meaning the very business or product that is getting rated, that's the organization that pays Moody's to rate it. Should the business model be changed?
It's pretty hard to change it, Liz. I mean, just imagine if you're my sister out in Omaha and you want to buy a AAA bond. Are you going to make a payment to Moody's for it? You're going to hear that it's rated AAA, by listening to your network or something of the sort, and you're not going to pay. So it's not very feasible to have the people who buy AAA bonds one by one, $10,000 bond here, $5,000 bond, to make them pay for it.
Should the government mandate ratings agencies be nationally recognized, sort of the good housekeeping seal of approval?
Well, in a sense, states have done that already in terms of, and actually the banking authorities have done it because they've already said that you needed to be rated, you need to own securities of a certain rating if you ran a life insurance company and that sort of thing. So there has been a mandated rating arrangement, and that's the reason that we have no price flexibility. When Standard & Poor's or Moody's comes to rate Berkshire, and they say we're going to charge you $1 million, and I say, gee, I'd like to do it for $900,000, and they say, well, look around down the street and you won't find anybody.
Well, we all know how wrong they got it when they were rating AAA, what turned out to be total and utter junk. Warren, do you think that the ratings agencies are culpable for the financial crisis?
No, I don't think they're the major responsibility, but I think they participated in it just like everybody else that had this notion in their mind that house prices couldn't go down.
You being the largest shareholder of Moody's, would that make you knowingly or not complicit in helping to unwind the financial system?
No, I don't think so. I'll give my opinion about any societal matter, and I don't think smoking's good for you, but I won't cigarette bonds.
The dirt inside is that they're going to quickly move at some point from the Moody's investment to your $5 billion Goldman Sachs investment. Are you going to answer questions about Goldman Sachs?
I'd love to. I'd love to.
And you will say you don't regret that at all in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, no.
Do you regret owning Moody's?
No, I regret not selling it a couple of years ago. But if I'd seen this coming, they didn't see it coming, I didn't see it coming. The media didn't see it coming, Congress didn't see it coming. Basically, the American public got this notion in their mind that house prices couldn't fall.
There's a whistleblower named Eric Kolchinsky who will be testifying in there. And the whistleblower is going to say that he was pressured to give better ratings so that Moody's could maintain market share. Did you ever know anything about that?
No, I never heard of it.
Does it surprise you?
But I would doubt it, that because in effect, I need Moody's and Standard & Poor's. They don't have to do anything for me to get market share. They own me, basically. So actually, they are in the position, basically of a newspaper in a one newspaper town. They don't have to kowtow to anybody. If there's 10 newspapers in town, you do have to kowtow to people.
Will the ratings agencies, because of what happened and the loss of credibility, refuse at some point or cease to exist?
Oh, no, I think there'll be rating agencies of one sort or another. But as I've said many times, we don't use them ourselves. I mean, we are forced to be rated, but in terms of evaluating credits, we don't use them. I better. I've got some other people here that are waiting to have.
I know you've got to go, but one last question. The ratings agencies, of course, have misrated Greek debt, Spanish debt. Now they're downgrading it. I know it's a broad question, but is the world broke?
No, the world's not broke. No. The world is going to do fine over time.
You're not worried?
No, I'm not worried.
Warren Buffett, thank you very much. He has to
you.
testify, obviously, coming up in just a few minutes, so we're going to get out of the chair. He's got a long list of journalists, but Dagan, let me send it back to you.
Liz Clayman, thank you so much.